How's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back, or if you are new, welcome for the first time to this channel. I do a lot of NTW3 content, and I've had a lot of requests today for a how to install NTW3, the 9.0 or now 9.1 mod for NTW3. If you're new to the mod and you'd like to know what you're getting into before you start just downloading the mod and playing it, I have another video. I will put links in the description to a couple beginner videos to NTW3, so you can go check those out. But first things first, guys, we got to talk about a lot of people running into this problem. So you cannot have other mods installed with NTW3. A lot of people have a lot of problems, and then when I help them, it turns out they had a Darth mod or something else installed. You can't have that. You have to only have NTW3 installed. So I'm doing a clean install because I think sometimes you just have a crash here and there, and we're just gonna reinstall everything. So what you need to do is you need to go where I found this path, right click on your folder and delete it. All right, you have to totally delete this folder. So make sure you don't have fragments of a mod somewhere. That's the best way to do that. Then you're going to, of course, open up Steam and go to your library and then find Napoleon Total War, and you're going to manage and uninstall. Once you've done that, you need to reinstall it. So yes, it's a lot of work, I know. Mine takes about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I think, something like that. Once you do that, then we move on to actually installing the actual mod. So we'll come back once it's done downloading, and I will keep walking you through everything else. All right, guys. So once you have completed installing it, you need to then launch the game. That way you ensure that it launches properly. There's no problems. You don't have a mod or fragment of an old mod that is going to screw up the game. Because NTW3 is such a complicated mod in that it's also on a large scale that any small fragment of an old mod can really screw it up. And like I said before, that is the biggest problem I see with people when they ask for help and they have one or another problem. It comes down to usually being, it's just that one type of problem. So now that we have done that, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to pull up here, go to ModDB. Here we go. This 9.0 and 9.1 now are some of the easiest ones to download. So before it was a huge set of mods. This one is literally, I don't do the campaigns, it's just maps, the regular one, and then the patch. So I start with this one first. You're going to want to download it. And like I said, guys, this is really easy. This video is probably going to be like 8 minutes long. But you let it download. You can see it's going to be about 4 minutes for me. It depends on how good your internet is and how good your computer is. Don't be alarmed if it doesn't say 4 minutes. Everybody's on a different path with their internet. So we'll let this download. We'll go and do the maps. I like to let them download separately. That way, I feel like before I've had too many downloading at once and it's actually screwed up my other download. Also, here's another problem people face is their firewall does not, it blocks part of this download. So it stops part from downloading, which means you don't have the entire mod core. And that can lead to problems where your game won't launch. If it launches, there'll be stuff that's corrupted, so it won't show games, it won't show units, it'll just crash. So make sure your firewall, if you're having those problems, go back and make sure your firewall is not blocking one of those things. So, all right, guys. So once we've done that, you're going to open it, and you want to run this anyway, so you just click more info or however it has in yours and run anyway. It's fine, I promise. There we go. So it's going to pop up. You're going to select the language that you have. This is the important part. You got to make sure it's in the correct place. Mine is in a storage D drive. You're going to go to your Steam. You're going to go to Steam Apps and Common. You're going to stop there. Click OK. Click Next. You're going to say yes, and you're going to create a shortcut, although I'm installing the 9.1 patch, so no biggie there. I'm going to have it install. Like I said, this one and the maps don't take super long. While that's going, let's go on and do our 9.0 maps. Let's get that installing. And I will be covering video because there are some differences in the 9.0 version of the game. So there are a lot, not a lot, but there are some differences. There are some things that have been totally changed. So I think I'll try to make a video at some point in the near future. I'm sorry if it seems to take a long time for me to come up with some of these videos that you guys really want. It's just me. So, you know, I do my best, but I'll try to get that out as soon as I can. I'll have to talk to some people to make sure I'm saying the right things because, you know, misleading and all. Okay, so you'll see this first part is done. We'll hit finish. This says 15 seconds left, and then we will get that going. And then the only other one we'll have to do is the patch. Now, like I said, if you want to do campaign, you can. Honestly, campaign is... I think campaign is a little broken. The AI is a little broken. So... don't mind my son's playing. Hopefully he's not being too loud. Hey, you wanna come over here, man? Okay. All right, so we are now going to go choose English, your language once again. Go to the same spot. Like I said, guys, this one is super easy to run, to install. My toddler could probably do it. Just kidding. So you're going to say yes again and install. This one is a much faster. Oh, hold on. Nope. I did not want to have Troy. So the last one we're going to do is 9.1 patch, which we can start downloading. So yeah, it'll be just those three guys. It's pretty easy. Of course, I can't remember if this one needs... yeah, no, it doesn't. So you don't need WinRAR or anything. You can see it just launches immediately. They've made it very easy with the development team of NTW3 to, yeah, make this very simple. Like I said, this video is probably going to be super short. But we'll run through a couple things. There's a couple things you want to double check when ensuring that your game is running. You need to check to see if you have a game. The ultimate test is obviously making sure that you're able to play with your friends. Of course, you want to make a shortcut for this one. And if, yeah, no one's really playing 9.0, and you can play 9.0 with people who are playing 9.1, but you will crash every time. It was happening a lot yesterday when we were playing games. There was one person who would always crash. And if you know anything about NTW3, when someone crashes, usually the game's over. That whole army goes ballistic and dies. So, all right, well, we have 9.1, so we can close this out now. Don't need 9.0. We are going to launch it. Now, this is the launch you'll get. Now, let me explain a couple things with this. So, this is your resolution. I play in 2560. This is screenshot mode. A lot of people are asking how I get cool screenshots, like the one in here, which I have a bunch. I use my screensaver. This is screenshot mode. This is what you select in order to, it won't have the HUD, it won't have anything. You have to use Control-T to fast forward, to pause, and to go slow motion. Great way to get some awesome screenshots. Always recommend people try that out. You can restore to vanilla. You can play vanilla still. This is the Lord's Discord. I'd recommend if you are finding people to play with, where you want to be in a VC with people to talk and communicate as a team, go here. This is, I believe it goes to the guide for NTW3. So it explains everything to you. Increased fatigue, more expensive squareable units, artillery, horse artillery, it explains everything. So if you have any questions on the mod, mechanics, gameplay, what's changed, what's new, and then of course it has maps, all these things, you can click on them and look, Dernstein, and that sort of thing. So I'd recommend using that, especially if you're newer. But anyway, we are going to launch NTW3, and we will hopefully have a successful launch. If not, then I just wasted all my time on this video for nothing. And also for those who have 8.9, you want to delete your game totally. It can work, and I played for a long time with 8.9 still installed, but it began to crash my replays once I get the patch, so you're going to want to reinstall it. Also, you can play some other things with this. ACW Hardcore mod actually works well with NTW3. So you see, it is working. There's some games up. You see I can join one of these, Among Us, hosted by Bowler. Oh man, that's so tempting to play. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's about it. I hope this is helpful. I will try to answer your questions. It's closed now. All these games are closed, but I can play them. If they were red instead of white text, that means I can't play. But all these games are full or, you know, passworded or, like you said, full. So, but anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You also can go in that launcher, the Lord's Discord. They have a lot of tech support for you. So I'm only a little folk. I don't know a lot of computer stuff. I will try to do my best to explain where I have learned, but ultimately, I would recommend always double checking with the Lord's Discord. They have a tech support channel. You can chat, you can ask questions. There's tons of people who know what they're talking about. And you get some help there. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. I hope it works for you. I hope to see you on the battlefield. And you guys stay safe, have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in another video.